Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. And we'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, and let's build together.
Habaragani, Bombskin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bombskin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, midsize sedan, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Gin. Madeline Jen is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and has since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love, 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 love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For election day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, or my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Family, great Umoja to you. And man, it's a laid back Umoja. We over here chilling. Man, I've been asleep for 2 days. I have literally slept for 2 days. And it feels good. I feel bad because I could have been cutting videos. But I said, man, I'm going to sleep. I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? We did a little something on Kuumba. Got to see some of the bros. And we got to handle a little bit of business. And then I just said, I'm going to sleep. I am going to sleep. So, I laid down, because it started off as like a little nap on Kaumba, and it ended up being like all day. Then I went right back to sleep. And when it's time to go to bed, then I got up on Imani yesterday and did the show and went right back to sleep. Didn't cut nothing. I made videos, but I didn't cut them. So I gotta cut them. They're the little short ones, and I got a few long ones I need to make. But it depends on how the energy is. I know some of y'all know that feeling where it's like, I'ma chill today. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then we gotta take those days where we can just chill out and just be you. Just chill. So family, we are going to pour these libations. We have like I said, we got the black line will be open. I'm just asking that you wait to call in until after after we do the quick toast, and then we can have conversation. If not, then y'all gonna enjoy y'all great Umoja. But there's plenty of stuff out here we could talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the Nguza Saba Digital Festival coming up. We got, I think on the 17th, they're supposed to be moving on the reparations bill. I can't remember the name of it. The reparations bill. Talk about Ice Cube's interview on Brother Tone's show. I posted up. I don't think I posted up, but Greg Carr said some stuff on reparations on Roland Martin's show. Don't necessarily agree with all of what he said, or what how Ice Cube came across about it. You know what I'm saying? But it is. That's the beauty of being able to think, because you can have your own opinion. You know what I'm saying? And you can work to bring your opinion to fruition. I will agree with Roland Martin on that one. You know what I'm saying? What you doing or what we doing? You know what I'm saying? What you doing to bring across what you think or how you think things should be, right? And many of us do our thing in our way. So we just continue working. So all right, here we go, fam. Let's go and do it. So I had to pull out another old one. Let's see how it is. It's nice and strong. No pop though. Didn't have a pop. No fizzle. This is watermelon. This is way back. This might be about 4 or 5 months old. So, like I said, we about to hit it. But family, first off, I think I might need some more of that, but we'll see. We are going to go on and do the toast. Shouts out. Hold on. I see Miss Sheila out there. I see Miss Mama Margarita. Miss Mama Margarita said, I will be back. Where you go, Mama Margarita? Where she go? She said she'd be back. I see my Aunt Georgia out there. Let me see what else. Who else? Somebody else posted something up. Mama Margarita put something on there. My Aunt Georgia Ellis out there. Who else in the house? Sister Donetta, or also known as Sister Sapphire. Shouts out to all of y'all this morning. Let's see. Let's get this toast on. If there's anybody new and you have some people that you want to add on to the list, by all means, do so. Do that. Throw them up. You can throw them up on the timeline right now, or you can inbox us on our Facebook. You can get on gnj.media and post it up on that timeline as well. Or you can inbox us. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody in Giami Journey or something, you want to throw somebody's name up on the list, by all means, please do. All right. But like I said, be mindful, because we got a very long list. So, when you put the ancestors on, you know what I'm saying, be mindful that there's other people that's going to want to put ancestors on, because I don't want to stop. It'll be, somebody in trouble. Somebody in trouble. I might need to go on upstairs for a second. But hold on. Let's go and do our toast. I need more than that. Ain't even enough to wet my whistle. I'm sorry. There we go. I want to wet my whistle. Oh, Lord. Okay, that was. I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to work out here. But anyway, family, we're gonna lift up our glass. We're gonna salute the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift it up and we say the words of power, and that is, ah, shit. Let me see something here. Okay, cool. It's on there. All right. So from there, family, where do we go? Very simple step from here. Okay, Google, you can stop watching me now. Thank you very much. All right.
Your devices with cameras only send video footage to Google if you've explicitly turned on the camera or turned on the feature that needs it. A clear visual indicator.
Hey. I got two Googles watching me here. Hold on, I just got a message. I need to see what's going on real quick before we continue. Nope. I thought I did. Thought I saw something. Uh-oh. That's to employ my tribe and take it. All right, here we go, family. So, all right. I just seen something. I was like, uh-oh. And then Google started talking, so it took my mind up. So we was at Toast and the Creator. We toast the Creator, we lift up the Creator, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Y'all know where we go. We're going to our list of our ancestors, man. And it's good to be able to have a space where I'm able to read these names every day. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? And be able to do it every day. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna in most cases, seamlessly. It's like it's no issues. We done learned how. I mean, because really, a lot of y'all been around long enough where y'all done seen me walk through different mics. Y'all done seen me move from the snowball mic to this mic. Y'all done seen the whole area change. Like I said, I had to downsize so that I could do more. It sounds kind of crazy, but sometimes you have to go backwards a little bit to move forward, right? So, you know, I got a little smaller space right now. You know what I'm saying? And in a better situation, in most cases. So we raise our glass up to our ancestors who, in a sense, made it all possible. You know what I'm saying? With the family relations and just the little things clicking right at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And being able to recognize that. So we're gonna raise our glass up and we're gonna salute those ancestors. Here we go. Go as far as I can by memory. Yesterday I was kind of off, but is what it is sometimes. We got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin the Tech Center, Davis Hearn Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Guest, and Lena Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, L, No More X, Sapet Marat, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf, Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy right there, Gail Pullen, Luxor, Brother, Miss Cedar Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trade, Francis Johnson, May Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird, B.D. Sale, Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto, Sue, Shell, Harvey, Ann Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter. Oh my God, I'm slipping. We are at Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Patricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther, Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spell, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinera, Dalmatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lost the rhythm. All right, let's get to it. Paul Elder, Caleb, Rosemary Martinera, Dalmatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell and David, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy M. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russ, Dilly Monares, Jane Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We had William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji, Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Annis Bostic, Adam Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Either Candy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, Lisa Carter. Where we at? It's William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doe, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Mark and Armstead, Darren Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, at Senior, Mally Miller, Housing Matt Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Ags Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robin Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Needy Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornell Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Senior, Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donna Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Froggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javere McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., we got Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Albert, Benjamin Coker, George Swan, Emania Grace, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Shirley Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson. We got Shelby McClendon. We got Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Poore, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang, Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Todd, Stina Banks. We got Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cunda. I'm Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Nance Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, got Leonard Jones, Sally Gardner, Melvin Scott Sr., Edward Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson. We got Mr. Dorn, we got Johanna, Jasandra Nanette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al D. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walter, William Walter, Fred Powers. We got Elijah Juan, Hakeem, and Como. We got Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey. We got also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey. We got Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Wood, Tilar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins. Got with Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Demond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Ducky Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tuta Don, Sabre Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Mentor. We got Mary Smith, Wynette Florine Stitt Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janie Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, got Brent Granny Bueller, Papa Al Reese, Nana Smith, George Gamble, Senior, Joseph Garrett. We got LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera Reeves Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Ann Lee. We got Panchita Alba, Donna Brooks, Barbara Moses, Ida Spate, Ira Branson, Eric Winston, Darren Bridges, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keat, Lenny Shepard, Brett L. Woodland, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilfork, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Callie Williams, Arbu Scales, Pat Williams, Ms. Bertha Walker. We got Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, and Tracy Emery. Family, we lift up our glass and we salute each and every last one of our ancestors. As we do on a daily basis, let's give our ancestors a round of applause and give ourselves a round of, oh my God. Spreaker, I apologize. My God, Spreaker wasn't even on, but we're gonna give us 5 years running, family, 5 years running. We up on it, we doing it. We lifting up our glass, we saluting, and we are giving a mighty ashe. From there, family, we moving to the present moment. Right now, we are on Umoja, and what a nice and lazy Umoja it is. I'm laid back. I'm not in a rush. I got very few things to do today. I mean, I got some videos, but I can sit up on my bed and matter of fact, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit up on my bed and I'm gonna cut these videos and just and get them out. Maybe make a couple more. Just real short, some short shorts. And then also start looking over some of the stuff that Cleve been editing for the Nguzo Saba Digital Festival, Nguzo Saba Black History Month celebration. We got a few videos, and Cleve been churning them out. So we want to give Cleve some round of applause. Also, the babies have started their investment journey, and like I said, I'm pretty excited for them. So because I can't wait for them to see a little bit of their money grow. I'm saying? Hopefully this change some of their perspective on. Every time they get some money, they be running to the store. Lord have mercy. Oh, my God. But, maybe if they start seeing a little bit of money grow, and be like, okay, cool. All right, so I wanted to invest in that, boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. But we bringing it back around, in this present moment, we are on Umoja. Today is Umoja. And for those that's like, what is he talking about with this whole Umoja thing? What is he talking about? Right? There you go right there. Check out the free e-course, free G&J e-course. Go on, check it out. Get that information. Right? Get that information. Learn about Giame. Like learn how to build your own tribe. Or come over here and join us. We fam. Like I said, we haven't reached our limit yet. So let's keep on building and keep on going and keep on moving towards the future. All right, so we are in the present moment right now of Umoja. And as I do on a daily basis, family, I'm going to ask you to seek out Umoja, activate that reticular formation, get out there, seek out Umoja. Because it's there. It's there. Not only is there, it's also all the principles start inside of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we all have work to do. We all got work to do. None of us are, perfect examples. You know what I'm saying? But shit, we the best examples that we can be what we are, knowing what we know. Right? So family, please
be proud of who you are and where you are at this point in time, especially if you're making efforts in improving yourself, right? So right now, in this moment, family, the principle of the day is Umoja, and I ask you to go and seek it out. For those that don't speak the language, Umoja means unity. The Myotic principle of the day is truth. The color is violet, as you can see by the shirt. Mentalism is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Quojo. Female name of the day is Ajwa, right? So we lift up our glass, we salute this present moment and the power in this moment and the power that we have. Our ancestors have passed it to us. Now we holding on to it. Are we making it better for the future? Are we making it worse, right? What you doing with your moment? We lifting up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our future generations. We toasting our children's children on to infinity, and we lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on, and from there, where do we go? Very simple journey. From here, we move to all of our relations, and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we move to that selfish toast. This for you. What is it that you need right now in this moment? Right now, we lift up our glass, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? Right? From the selfish toast, we move to our tribal toast. Lift up your tribe, family. Who your tribe? Who your accountability group? Who help keep you in line? Who help keep things in order around you and help you stay in order? Right? Who helps you when you need it? Right? Who that group? Lift them up. Say their name. My tribe's name is Giame. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what your tribe name is. Let's sit down. If you got a tribe, let's sit down and let's do some business talk. Let's do some tribal talk. Let's have a tribal council or something. You know what I'm saying? Let's build. We lift up our glass. We say Ashe. From their family, where do we go? I'm going to toast the most magnificent, most wonderful, most powerful, most beautiful, uplifting, outstanding, wisest, bravest, and the bravest individual in the room. I'm going to lift my glass up to you. I'm going to toast you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say in Giame, Ke'in, because this is our thing. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not bad. Don't want to drink it all, but it's very dry. It's mature. It's very dry. And surprisingly, it hasn't made it the way, it hasn't made it to the vinegar. You know what I'm saying? Because, it can go towards vinegar, but it hasn't made it. It's mellow. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay, all right. So lines are open, 614-556-4535. Once again, the black line is open, 614-556-4535. If you want to join us on the black line so we can have some conversation, cool. If not, cool as well. Family, I appreciate you taking the time and chilling with us. It is what it is, right? So, like I said, we're going to make the best of the day. So here we go. We're going to make this transition. We're going to do the ancient building today. All right. When y'all catch up with me, let me go and sign out. I want to sign out. Sign out. So for those that are new, all right, so we're going to have to make some changes because there is no way that I'm going to be able to keep up with everybody uploading videos and stuff. So we're going to have to make some changes with the site. So I'm going to have to sit down with the fam and talk about how we can do it, because I'm quite sure we can still use the Kwanzaa meat, but everybody's not going to be able to upload videos, because I'm seeing that now, because
the teacher went to my video and said, man, you all got a whole lot of videos. I'm like, yeah. Because the whole site shut down, because the reason the site shut down was because we had too many videos. All right, so those that are interested in signing up, we haven't hooked up the Google piece yet. That's still a work in progress. And actually, I got to check on that and see where we are with that. But you can sign up, and signing up is very simple. Boom, you're going to throw your name in. Whatever name you put up here is you know what I'm saying? You're going to have your username. And this is the name that everybody is going to see. This name right here is boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Your email address, you're going to create your password. You're going to confirm it. You're going to prove you're not a robot. Then you're going to sign up. Click sign up, and you in, right? Now, so to log in, once you get it, you type in whatever name you got, type in your code, click sign in, boom. Oops. I must have broke something. I broke something. All right. I'm signing out, signing back in. Let's sign in. There we go. And it'll take you to your page. All right. Jeremy Journey Media, boom, boom, boom. You can look over here on the bell. You can see if somebody is streaming, and that's us right now. We live right now. So, you know, some people we're going to make sure some people be able to stream those that's going to be serious about it. We got a whole bunch of different functions on here. We're still learning a lot as we go. Also, those of you that's on computer, you can check us out. We have, I know Ujima was not the last day that I posted up. I was about to say, I know Ujima was not the last day that I posted up. So I got 2 days that I basically possibly have to catch up on. I don't even know if I'm going to catch up on them. But anyway, I'm trying to do the blogs. I'm getting back into blogging. As you see, I'm using my handwriting and stuff like that. So y'all can check out what's going on our site and some of the thoughts that might be going through my mind, or maybe some of the other members. I don't know how many other people is writing on this, but you know, got a lot of commercials and stuff, but it is what it is. It is what it is, right? But you know, we posting back up on here again, but also you can also come here if you are, I don't know what just happened. If you are on a computer, you can also watch the live stream on here as well. You can just click here, and you can pick which platform you want to watch it from. You know what I'm saying? You go to whatever platform you want. Check it out. We got it on. Folks, look at that. Wow. Ooh, man, look at that. You know what I'm saying? So you can pick whichever one you want, where you want to watch it, where you want to see it. You know, we go boom. All right. Facebook Live, you know, wow. Well, I don't know what's going on with my Twitch. Is my Twitch down? Well, somebody is watching on Twitch. I don't know why the Twitch is not popping up, but you can check it out through there as well. So let's get to the news real quick. Once again, shouts out to Sister Sheila. They popped up on me. Mama Margarita, my Aunt Georgia. Thank you very much for liking the stream. All right, so here we go. Real quick conversation. Uncomfortable Truth, a new push for Slavery Reparations Commission in Congress. Let's go and check out what's going on. Come on now. New push for Slavery Reparations Commission in Congress. Weeks after Democrats took control of Congress and the White House, a black lawmaker is making a renewed push for a national commission to examine the impact of slavery and reparation for descendants of millions of enslaved Africans. Family, once again, this need to be a key part of your conversation with everybody. What do you think about reparations? What's going on with the reparations? We got to start the conversation. Now, once again, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon, right? Because a lot of people didn't believe that just us having conversation would bring this to this point. Now, also, we do have to recognize there is a long history of people seeking reparations in America, and in our people fighting for reparations. Now, boom. My issue is that I do not want to take away the steam from the young people that are really involved with it today, and actually made it more palatable for a lot of a lot of people on the sidelines. And that's the ADOS movement. I know there's a lot of stuff going on within the ADOS movement, but I want to make sure that they get their props, because there was a lot of younger people in there that really got activated once ADOS came online. And I want to say that, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, for some reason, people take that as an offense, right? That the young people want to get involved in. And in many ways, we got to stop that shit. It's the young people that make stuff happen. Always. It's the young people that change the world. Always. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you see young people doing something, sometimes we as older people and as elders, and some that are just older, we need to step back and really look at what they're doing. Because, like, for example, I remember my grandfather, and I tell y'all this all the time, my grandfather used to, you know, kind of clown me because I like breakdancing and rapping. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know. They didn't see what we saw. They did not see what we saw. I'm not mad at that, but the fact is they were not able to see what we were seeing, because they were caught in another world while we was creating a new one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you know, and in many cases it caused many uncomfortable conversations, right? Because, you know, people's like, you crazy. What are you doing? Spinning on your head, blah, blah, blah. You need to focus on school, blah, blah. You know, and I was still doing all that. I was still focusing on school. I was still able to get the good grades. But then, you know, people like, you need to do more. I am doing more. I'm breakdancing. I'm performing in talent shows. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm rapping. We're doing things. We're building something. Didn't know exactly what we was building, but it was an internal drive, an internal urge, and people was dogging it. This is only a fad. It ain't going to be around that long, blah, blah, blah. I done seen something like this before. It's just going to disappear. Young people have a site that we need to start being able to, that we need to be able to plug into, and in some cases invest in. Because if, you know what I'm saying, like I'm just imagining what would have happened if we had to push and the support for what we was doing. I mean, we wasn't the best, but we definitely wasn't the worst at the shit that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, things happen. Opportunities miss. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee announced the reintroduction of H.R. 40 to create the Reparations Commission last month. And next week, the House Judiciary Subcommittee on the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Civil Liberties is set to hear testimony on the bill. H.R. 40. Okay. H.R. 40 has a long history in the House, championed by decades by the late Rep. John Conyers of Michigan, Detroit, Democrat, Michigan, and now by Lee. The Reparations Commission would study the history of slavery, the role federal and state government played in supporting slavery, and racial discrimination against the descendants of enslaved Africans. Economics issues are the root cause for many critical issues impacting the African American community, Lee said. The commission would make recommendations regarding any form of apology, compensation, and atonement for slavery, Lee said. Truth and reconciliation about the original sin of American slavery is necessary to light the way to the beloved community we all seek. The uncomfortable truth is that the United States owes its position as the most powerful nation in the world to its slave-owning past. Calls for reparations increased this summer after anti-racism protests swept the country in the wake of the death of George Floyd, a black man who died as a white Minneapolis police officer pressed his knee into Floyd's neck. It also became an issue during the Democratic presidential primary race, with the eventual winner, Joe Biden, supporting the creation of a commission. I wonder if he ever signed on to it when he was in interested. That would be something. I mean, that's a quick Google search. Dryden Heath, a Human Rights Watch official who is scheduled to testify during a reparation hearing next week, said the promises to end white supremacy, end systematic racism, and provide racial healing ring deeply hollow if the federal government is not taking steps to advance reparation for slavery. other forms of state-sponsored violence against black people, and ongoing racial discrimination created by public policy. Now, family, it's important that in these discussions, right, got to keep it black. Don't be ashamed. Got to keep it black. You got to look out on me because this is about us. Now, and the bottom line is, when you take care of yourself, it makes it easier for you to help others. That scared the hell out of me. Oh, man. Y'all, that scared the hell out of me. But whoever did it, thank you. Michael Project Turb. Adeline Michael. All right, cool. Shouts out. But anyway, we have to keep it black. Because what starts to happen and what y'all going to start seeing now, and you're going to start seeing it soon. First off, we're going to have people that's being like, reparations is impossible. It's not going to happen. Just like my grandfather was with breaking and rap. It's a fad. Y'all young people don't know what's going on. Dummy out here spinning on your head. If you wouldn't spin on your head, I'd probably buy you a car. Okay, well, whatever. Don't want your car anyway. You know what I'm saying? Love you, but I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? If I got to stop being me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want the damn car. You know, shit, I walk everywhere anyway. You know? And really, now this is what I did grasp with that, and I'm gonna bring it back to reparation. I did grasp there was a different reality being shaped and formed at the very time when all this stuff was going down. Because my grandfather, maybe if you stop spinning on your head, I help you buy a car, and you go out here and get a job, and in defense and disrespect. It was a, you know what I'm saying? You want me to get a job and work every day like you? See, because I was reaching, I have always been reaching for something where I'm able to be me and because I honestly always felt that I was enough. Boom, there is a way for me to be me and to be able to produce income. And I have been me for the last 50 some odd years. And me has been able to produce an income, not only for me, but for other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because I'm looking for my space. And my space is not in the traditional spaces that are there. And what happens is, Elder Tony described it as tradition meeting reason, right? We have traditions. We have traditional things that we have always done, and we get comfortable with doing them. But when somebody comes and say, hey, there's a better way to do it, it becomes uncomfortable, especially those who have settled into the tradition. You get these young people that's coming. Oh, we got to change the tradition. There's you know what I'm saying? What's the reason? It's the reason. Let's look at the reason. Explain the reason. Can we expand the tradition? And in some cases, we get so set in our ways that we don't even want to expand it. We don't even want to expand the traditions. We don't even want to look at that. That's not even part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And we get stuck. And it becomes unhealthy. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes unhealthy because we're holding on to something just because. We lose the reason. Behind a lot of the traditions that we practice in our community, and this is with all people, especially, but I'm gonna focus on us. We get into practicing old traditions for the sake of tradition. And we lose the reason behind why we're doing it. And we expect people that's coming up behind us to appreciate it and love it in the same way, but it makes no sense no more. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's, so we got a long way to go. So when we start talking about these reparations, what we got, or what we have to focus in on is that we have to change how we think. Because once again, this is why in the daily toast, one of the pieces I do is I always make sure that I do a toast for you. That selfish toast. Because it's okay in some cases, not always, but you know what I'm saying? It's okay to take care of yourself. Actually, it's okay to take care of yourself all the time. It's okay to pat yourself on the back all the time. It's okay to take care of you. It's okay to check yourself. You know, and as a people, it's okay for us to want to stand up for us. And by us standing up for us, we also give other people permission to do the same thing, even though they already doing it. Well, Brother Hatim, we need allies. Well, is a person really an ally if they get upset because I talk for me and mine? If I focus on me and mine, is that person really an ally if they get upset because I do that? What type of alliance do we have? When people get offended because Hatim want to do something for Hatim, are you really my friend? Are you really my ally? You know what I'm saying? Or black people want to do something for us. We want to do something for us. We want some legislation for us. We want to make sure that we are able to take care of ours and make sure that we are getting the full recomps that we are supposed to get from this government and getting the full service that we're supposed to be getting, because every last one of us paying. Many NIA was payday for many people, and I'm quite sure the government got their piece up out of it. State, local, and federal took their money. You're paying for services and you're not receiving them. So what's wrong with you looking out for your interest? But we get uncomfortable. So we have to go on and say, we speaking for the black and the brown. No. Keep it focused. Keep it focused. We speaking for blacks, because I'm telling you right now, if we are able to push through something for us, everybody else will, in a sense, find a way to benefit. We can no longer allow ourselves to be the sacrificial lamb for every other group. It don't work. It's not effective politics. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you by next election, because like a lot of people is like, I'm voting for Joe. We just need to get Donald Trump out. And that's the most important thing. Okay, cool. Now, but I'm guarantee you during the next election cycle, it's going to be some other emergency, because I've been around, and every 4 years, there's an emergency that we have to put something in front of a black agenda. No, not right now. It's not the time. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can miss me with the pimp talk, because that's what that is. Listen here, ho. This is not the time for you to be talking about your money. Listen. You want, okay, so when they take you to jail, I'm going to give you half the money. So when I come to get you out of jail, I give you half the money. We ain't got time for no pimp talk no more. We ain't got time for the fancy words and all that shit. What we need to start doing is getting our leadership to start focusing on us. We need to be able to generate a black agenda and start holding people responsible to the things that they are supposed to be doing for us. Yes, baby. Okay. By the way, expect a video by Miss Gina G, Chef Gina G. She did a magnificent, she threw a little Valentine's party yesterday. I didn't know she was doing that, but did a good job. But anyway, let's get back into the article. Black line is open, 614-556-4535. Anybody disagree? Anybody agree? Whatever. So that's why this paragraph, I like this paragraph because it focuses on us. Family, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. You're going to run into people that's going to try to make you feel guilty. But don't feel guilty for wanting to look out for yours. That's natural. And in many of the ways that we act is very unnatural. And in many cases, anti-survival. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But the push for a commission is likely to face opposition in both the House and the Senate, as it has in the past, which, of course, we know is going to have, right? So we have to go and we need to start solidifying our politics. those that we can vote out, we do. But somebody's on the line. Somebody on the line. Who this on the line?
You know this is CeeLo.
What's up, CeeLo? I ain't look at the phone. How you doing?
I'm good. I just jumped on.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know where that comes from, though, right?
What the sacrificing thing for other people?
Yeah.
Oh, slavery. Yeah. It's a vestige.
Yeah. It comes specifically from a concept that was instituted and codified called meritorious manumission. Back in slave times, if slaves were to actually save the lives of a white person, especially their master or his property, or they invented something, of course they couldn't hold the patent, they would be rewarded for that. And some of them were actually given their freedom for good deeds and acts on certain levels and kinds. Absolutely. So a lot of us, have that. The whole, I think it was Malcolm X when he was talking about we sick.
Master, we sick?
Master, we sick. They fight harder to save Master's house than, anybody else if the house is on fire.
Right.
Like, me and the Nat Turners and all of us would have been over there going, burn, baby, burn, but
blowing on the flag.
But that comes from that. That was, being, back right along with all that forgiveness and all that other stuff.
Right.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? But it's entrenched in some of us.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you think about it, we were bred. See, I don't really understand if people understand what breeding is, right? Breeding is different than just people hooking up at the club. You understand what I'm saying? Certain traits. When you're breeding a dog, you know what I'm saying? You're looking for certain traits that you want to be passed on to the next generation. It's certain traits that you isolate and certain traits that, and we have to understand that we were in institutions that focused on this. It was certain things that they needed from us. How many generations?
Yeah.
How many generations?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, and also in terms of, when you look at a lot of people, it's controversial, and some people say, well, I don't believe that, the Willie Lynch thing really happened or whatever. Whether you believe it or not, if you read that thing in great detail, we're acting the exact same ways that it said we would. Once the conditioning was implemented, and just like you said, for them to deal with the females, and for the females to be conditioned and trained to make their males less dominant, to make their males, be fearful of the white man, so that they can manage and control them.
Right.
And in terms of the way that we're not unified and we distrust each other, all of that is still playing out. And it said, if you successfully implement this, they'll be jacked up for the next 400-500 years if they ever get it fixed.
Now,
and everything is playing out exactly as it is. Colorism, light skin, dark skin, all that stuff. Old, young, male, female, all of it is playing out. So whether or not it's real or not, what the results of it and what seems to be the characteristics and behavior, inappropriate behavior amongst us seems to have been proliferated, and it's still continuing.
It's still continuing.
Wherever it came from.
And like but one of the pieces that I want y'all to hear, because a lot of people will get on the realness of the Willie Lynch letter, but can you read it and does it make sense? So because the same thing happened with because I remember people was running around talking about this King Alfred plan, and people was teaching the King Alfred plan like it was real, right? And I'm like, I thought it was real, and then I got introduced to a book called The Man Who Cried I Am. And I read it. I said, the plan in this damn book sound a whole lot like the King Alfred plan. But then I figured out that it came from the book. And you know what I'm saying? But it made so much sense that people was like, this shit really happened. This shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we had lectures going around talking about, look, these are the depth camps, this is the plan, and this is how they're gonna do it, and blah blah blah. You know, and I'm sitting up here, but it makes so much sense. And it's like, even though it's a work of fiction, when you could look at it and it reflects the time that you in and the possibilities of now, and you could get a lesson out of it, and it warns you of something, you will be a fool not to look at that and apply that knowledge if it's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Or don't, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But let me get back to this real quick. Here we go. The House Judiciary Subcommittee held a hearing on H.R. 40 in 2019 as the country marked the 400th anniversary of slavery in the English colony of Virginia. Then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky, turkey neck, said he did not support reparations. And here's his quote. Of course not. Of course not. Especially coming from Kentucky, the great state of Kentucky. Of course he don't support reparations. I don't think reparation for something that happened 150 years ago, for whom none of us currently living are responsible, is a good idea. McConnell told reporters, we try to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We elected an African-American president. I think we are always a work in progress in this country, but no one currently alive was responsible for that, and I don't think we should be trying to figure out how to compensate for that. Well, Mitch, you've been wrong. You've been wrong a whole bunch of times, and once again, Mitch is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just waiting for the day of comeuppance for Mr. Mitch McConnell, because this motherfucker get on my nerves. I'm sorry.
But you know, the problem with that is, okay, let's just take that off the table then. Let's just take that off the table. Let's talk about everything that you have done and continue to do since. Let's talk about redlining. Let's talk about Jim Crow.
Some people alive with that.
Let's talk about.
Yep.
Pardon me?
People are still alive with that.
Let's talk about the disparities and the oppression and the lynching and the slaughter that still continue today. And you can do it with impunity. So let's just base it on that. Let's just talk about how many times the Chinese, the Jews, and everybody else have been reparated and continue to be reparated by various governments and countries across the world who didn't even participate in it. So, you know what, you can kick rocks with that, Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch. Oh, turkey neck. You know what I'm saying? I don't think reparations should be a thing none of us are. He looked like he was around. He looked like he old enough to live back then. You know what I'm saying? But you're right.
And at the same time, and also, okay, let's talk about the benefits that still inure to those who benefited from it. And there were very few that did not benefit from it. I'm talking about around the world.
Right.
So let's talk about all the wealth, the generational wealth that continues to perpetuate forward. Let's talk about that.
I don't want to talk about that. Ms. CeeLo, we won't talk about that. But we have made amends here. We gave you a black president. What more do you want? You know what I'm saying?
You didn't give me nothing.
What more do you want? We voted in civil rights legislation. What more do you want?
And then you continue to strip it down and water it down and make it apply to everybody else but black people.
We can't.
Go on.
We can't see. We can't satisfy. We never could satisfy you. You know what I'm saying? That's, I mean, this they stuff, man. And, you know, but here we go. During the 2019 hearing, Ta-Nehisi Coates, author of The Case for Reparations, rejected McConnell's argument that America should not be held liable for something that happened 150 years ago, since none of us currently alive are responsible. This rebuttal proffers a strange theory of governance that American accounts are somehow bound by the lifetime of its generation. Ooh, that was a good one. But well into the century, the United States was still paying out pensions to the heirs of Civil War soldiers. We honor treaties that date back some 200 years despite no one being alive who signed those treaties. On Kujichagulia, Rep. Steve Cohen, Democrat Tennessee, chairman of the Judiciary Subcommittee, said it is imperative that the country take up the issue of reparations for more than 2 centuries of slavery followed by brutal Jim Crow segregation and decades of systematic racism. So now, once again, as CeeLo said, all right, if we take slavery off the table, it's still individuals who are alive right now who suffer because of Jim Crow and the other stuff after Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? So so either way, all we gotta do is press our case. And what people don't understand is it's like they ain't gonna pay, but the point is we need to make the demand because they get hold of every last one of our damn checks. It ain't about whether we trust them or not. The case need to be had. It need to be heard. And people really need to see, not only people in America, but people around the world need to see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of us being scared to say ouch or being ashamed to say ouch. The world need to see the goddamn ouch. You know what I'm saying? Especially after this. Especially after what's been going on with this Black Lives Matter thing and this pandemic and all this stuff, because a lot of people don't even realize that after we out of this and they say that everything is back to normal, it's going to be a lot less wealth in our communities. People don't even understand that. Right now, it's cool, but when this is over and they say everything is straight, ain't no more money going out, you're going to really see how the pandemic has affected black folk. But go ahead.
Nothing is ever going to be straight for us.
Oh.
You know, it's just that, you know, they have put us in this position for so long. It's like we're like the proverbial frog that was in the water and it was gradually heated, and we're being slowly cooked alive, and we don't even realize. We have been placed in this position for so long. I don't even think we realize what dire straits we're even in, because we've managed to accept it as a part of survival and living for us, you know. And what is it going to take to wake up some folks? I don't know. I absolutely have no clue.
Now I'm saying that there's enough people woke up. I mean, after what's been going on, is enough people woke up. It's just a matter of, in a sense, focusing them in, because a lot of people move straight to because they feel guilty about wanting to speak up for themselves. And once again, going back to that, you called it, what is it, manumission? Meritorious manumission, right? Going back to that, I have to serve everybody else before I serve myself, right? So they're looking for other ways, because it's kind of uncomfortable. Being black and seeing what's really going on is very, very uncomfortable. And if you don't know nobody, it is a very lonely position to be in, because you start wondering if you're crazy. I mean, nobody else is seeing this, and you don't really have nobody to talk to about it, because everybody around you is just acting as if this shit is normal. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do shows like this, and we got to have conversations so people know that, you know, you're not the only one to see this, and you're not the only one that want to strike back. You're not, you know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't feel bad about that. We feel bad about
Mm-hmm.
that. Then when we got certain upbringings where you should forgive and we got people telling us that if you should forgive and blah, we forgive and forget and blah blah blah. People be feeling guilty about what black folks went through. Black folks feel guilty and ashamed of what we went through and ashamed of the feelings that, why do they got that and I'm not able to get it? Oh, you just wasn't working hard enough. You wasn't getting up early
I think
enough.
that
Hustle porn.
I think the whole, it was a multi-pronged attack to break the spirit of the African. Christianity was part of it. Once they got us, started dealing with us, and the Willie Lynch syndrome and those types of methods that were used to, buck breaking and everything else. It was a multi-pronged attack. So now you have a people who don't even know who or what they are.
Right.
On any front. And I always keep saying, if we could ever get our people to that point where they actually start to even get a glimpse and understand even just a modicum of who and what they are, we are, it would make such a difference. It would make such a difference in our lives. But that's the hard thing, because Christianity, it's deep. You're not supposed to be vengeful as a Christian. You're not supposed to, want to avenge. You're not supposed to, want to see something happen to someone because they did something to you and yours. You're supposed to forgive. You're supposed to turn the other cheek. Yeah. You're supposed to be a good slave.
Good slave.
And
serve your master.
Serve your master. You're supposed to do good to them that despitefully use you. What? That goes against the
human survival.
Nature.
It goes against survival.
It goes against the total nature, and that's why
total
what
human
you're
nature.
About.
You know what I'm saying?
It's completely.
And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, so we have to, like I said, so when somebody comes into the consciousness, it's going against the very training, the conditioning that they were raised on. And that shit, I mean, it's crazy, because it's almost, Brother Kwame, hold on. Brother Kwame and Baba Tony reminds us that meritorious manumission awards all the time. Mythology will last longer than many truths, and thus the Willie Lynch letter. Look to see what old Mitch grandpa and great grandpa were doing during the era of white terrorism in the late 19th and 20th century. We already know, right?
Down in Kentucky?
He's down in Kentucky. Oh, he's born and bred Kentucky man.
Kentucky is a hot mess now to this day.
Yes, it is.
When I was living in Mississippi and we would drive from Mississippi to Ohio or back from Ohio to Mississippi, that was one state that we drove through that we made sure that we did not have to stop when we were going to Kentucky. And that was in the 80s, okay? A couple years ago, a young man, he's a friend of Brother Renee. He drove trucks, okay?
Right.
His truck broke down in Kentucky. Do you know they almost lynched him back in them backwoods on them 2-lane roads back there in Kentucky? He had to jump out of a window and broke his leg to flee these people who had basically abducted him in Kentucky. This was like 2 years ago. Are you kidding me? Kentucky is a hot mess. Okay? When we were driving through there back in the 80s, my husband went in the gas station and I sat in the car. And then I stood up and was like just stretching my legs, whatever. I didn't need to go to the bathroom or nothing. He did. And he came back out and said, "Get in the car." I just jumped in the car. And he said, "Get in the car." And I was like, "Okay." And we drove off, and he was like, there was like so many just really hardcore racial epithets on the wall of that bathroom. And we would normally stop at like truck stops and big places like that. We try not to, but sometimes when you get down in the south, once we hit the Natchez Trace, that was the name of the 2-lane road. Once we got closer to Mississippi, I told him, I said, we don't need to do this drive at night. We need to make sure that we plan our driving so that we're driving in the daytime. Not that stuff don't happen in the daytime. It was just so dark, and it was just worse. It just seemed so much worse to me. And I could hear when I remember the first time we drove down there, August of 1986. I told him I could feel the spirit of, there were some people back in those woods that they will never ever recover their bodies. And I could hear them. I just was crying as we were driving, and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, I can't. I feel the pull of those people's spirit on me. It's just no. Kentucky and some parts of that, it's just, and even down here in North Carolina, I'm driving sometimes, and there's some beautiful homes and estates and plantations. Yes, I drove by. It's not even, I don't even think it's 3 miles from me. When I get off on this one street, when I come out of my subdivision, and I drive 3 miles, not even like it's 3 miles, it's one way. There's this big estate. You can see the house, and it sits back, and it says something plantation. I was like, whoa, hey, not my neck.
There you go. Welcome.
But you look at when you drive around here and you see all these beautiful estates, and these people ain't poor. But I'm thinking, where did that wealth come from? Where's that generational wealth come from? Y'all was living it up back then.
It was living it up. Oh,
and
yeah.
That money was perpetuated generationally. I know it was.
Oh.
And see, and that's what I'm trying to get across to our people. We need to start thinking generationally. A lot of times, I think we have adapted this westernized mindset that was put upon us that it's everybody for self. Or as long as me and mine is cool, we don't worry about everybody else, or worry about what can I contribute to the community, to the greater good.
Right. Right. We accept.
We don't think about that.
But I want to stress this: they don't even practice that. You understand what I'm saying? We practice it, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? Many of them are
we have learned
people.
a lot of things from them.
Right. Or
that's my point.
And it benefits. Right.
Especially the violence and those different things that we've adopted a lot from them. They've implanted a lot of them in us.
And all this and most of the stuff that we got benefits them. It don't benefit us. So the way we live don't benefit us or benefit our future generation. It benefits masses. So like you said, we gotta rethink how we live.
Rewarding. Yeah, it's still rewarding.
Right.
Negroes. I can't even think of the dummy's name. He was a rapper. He spent. It was posted maybe in the last couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so ago. He spent $24 million on a diamond, which he had surgically implanted in his forehead.
Little Uzi
Do you know? You know why? You know what? They will let a little Uzi get $24 million because they know he ain't gonna take that $24 million and open a black bank or business incubator for his people. He will do exactly what he did with that. $24 million for a diamond. First off, diamonds aren't worth anything that they charge you for it.
That's true.
Nothing.
Look it up, family.
Rare.
Look it up.
The value and the money is artificially inflated and attached by them. So they know who to give that kind of wealth to. Because that's $24 million that could have, I don't know. I found a black bank here. If you go on blackknowledge.com, they actually have a link to black banks around the country, and I actually opened me an account at a black bank here in North Carolina.
Go ahead.
So, yeah. So, but they know Negroes like that ain't gonna give and do something with that money because $24 million on a diamond, and then the additional money that he spent to have it implanted into his head.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, you ought to got a brain implant while you were in there. But they know who to meritoriously award these things to. They wouldn't let a Hatim, a Christine, become a multi-gazillionaire like that, because we're not going to take the money and do that with it.
I might get a third eye diamond. I don't know. I'm just joking, but anyway.
This ain't even a third eye diamond.
But, yeah, I heard an interview.
Why would you spend that kind of money on that?
I wouldn't. I couldn't. Because like I said, I couldn't. But then again, once again, because once again, this is where I get into this whole tribal thing. In fact, that's a reflection of the circle of people you got around you. When you able to do some shit like that, that's really a reflection of your crew. Nobody was like, yo, dog, 24 million? Is everybody eating? Everybody must be eating well around you. Because like I said, I'm sitting up here like, dog, nobody said anything. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't understand it. I don't even, and actually, I don't even try to understand it no more. I used to try to, try to talk about stuff like that and I don't even try it no more. I'm working with the young people that I can work with to actually try to make some changes in this world, or at least for our tribe. I ain't got time for all this other shit. I really don't, because it gets ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first saw that shit, I'm saying this is some straight Avengers shit. I'm like, in the forehead? Oh, this is not real. $24 million? And like you said,
$24 million.
Nobody in his crew is like, dog, the prices of diamonds are artificially inflated.
Mm-hmm.
The diamonds aren't even rare. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really wanted to spend some money on some rare shit, we could actually get you some rare shit that nobody even know about. That the value of when you trade it back in, when you need the money, because one day you may need that money, and they're not going to pay you $24 million for that diamond.
Oh, I know. They ain't going to give you nothing for that diamond.
They're gonna give him about $500,000. They're gonna give him some.
But
money.
I'm saying compared
to what he paid,
$1 million that he paid for it. Really, seriously.
He could have had $24 million worth of Bitcoin. He could have had $24 million.
Negro.
Hey.
Or what? How many people could he have? How many people could he have helped? How many people? Man. How many businesses could he have stood up in the black community?
But hold on now. But this is the question. Now, because if he did that, one of the questions that I ask is how many people possibly is he helping right now? Because like I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And those are questions that, like, for example, because we're 6 degrees removed from that young man. So we can actually see somebody in our circle has an account on who he has helped, if anyone. Outside of his family, still don't justify the diamond, but hey, live your life. But then, like I said,
yeah, because if he got $24 million to spend on a diamond, he got a lot more than that. But
we will hope. We will hope. We hope, Christine, because remember, this dude he 26 years old. Now, I bought a lot of shit that I didn't have. You know what I'm saying, to make it look like I had a lot more than I had at 26. So we hope that he got a whole lot more than 20. You know what I'm saying? One dude gave me a philosophy. He said, dude, if you can't buy 5 of them, you don't have enough to buy one. Which make good business sense. If you can't buy 5 of them, you can't afford one. So, I could afford to buy 5 packs of Now and Later, so I can afford to have a pack of Now and Later. You know what I'm saying? I could possibly buy 5 good bikes, so I can afford a bike. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Brother Kwame says, modern day black book for safe traveling. Our trips from Illinois to Ohio, driving through Indiana, we had to take some precautions. Brother Bonacci shared with us his ancestors came off a plantation in Kentucky, if I remember correctly. And I mean, shit, Kentucky, you know, shit. We already, yeah. But anyway, let me go on. Let me read a little bit more. This hearing will look into creating a review of that history and what should be done about it, he said. Our nearly 250-year history of slavery has never been properly addressed and certainly has had an adverse effect upon African Americans' economic opportunities. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jared Nadler, Democrat New York, agreed, this past year has thrown America's stark racial disparities into high contrast, he said. As our nation continues to reckon with systematic racism in policing and a pandemic that has disproportionately devastated communities of color, see, now, this him, they're expanding it once again. It's an article, and you'll notice this with a lot of articles. It start off talking about black people and black issues, and then it'll get into the POC. We got to stop that. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to talk about POC, start off with POC. When you're talking about black folks, continue talking about black folks all the way through. You know, but I ain't write the article. So the need to substantively confront America's legacy of slavery, segregation, Jim Crow, subjugation has only grown in urgency. The number 40 in HR 40 refers to 40 acres and a mule, broken promise made by the government to newly freed slave people at the end of the Civil War in 1865. The Union victory in the Civil War helped pave the way for the 13th Amendment to formally abolish the practice of slavery in the United States, except in prison. According to the National Archive history, but following their emancipation, most former slaves had no financial resources, property, residence, or education, the keys to their economic independence. Government efforts to help formerly enslaved people achieve some semblance of economic freedom, such as with 40 acres and a mule, were stymied according to the National Archive without federal land compensation or any compensation. Many ex-slaves were forced into sharecropping, tenancy farming, convict leasing, or some form of menial labor arrangement aimed at keeping them economically subservient and tied to the land owned by former slave owners. We know this to be fact. And really, the commission is kind of a waste of time because all of the documentation, documentation, all of the studies have been done. Y'all could gather that information and get to work. Carter G. Woodson, the founder of Black History Month, wrote in 1933 book, The Miseducation of the Negro, that the poverty afflicted black people for a generation after emancipation held them down to the lowest order of society, nominally free but economically enslaved. So family, we almost done, so I'll go and finish it. In July, Human Rights Watch sent a letter to the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, and other lawmakers demanding Congress move swiftly on the issue of reparations. The letter was signed by dozens of organizations, including the ACLU, Amnesty International, Asian Americans Advancing Justice. Whoa! All right. And NAACP. I didn't know. Okay, hey. All right, cool. Finally, somebody. But I ain't see no brown organizations here. I want to see the list of those organizations. People in the U.S. are increasingly aware that there is no way forward from the current strife without addressing one of the nation's most egregious violations of human rights, the institution of slavery, the letter said. H.R. 40 is simply a first and a reasonable step. The bill has been introduced for over 30 years, yet for 30 years it has languished. If the protests have demonstrated anything, it is that action cannot wait. Now, let me go on up a little bit. I need to go and give credit. The author of this article is Deneen L. Brown. I wonder if this, what's up, cousin? Deneen. And this is from the Washington Post. And as y'all see, we got ourselves an account for that. So I talked about a little bit yesterday about the cannabis stocks and stuff like that. Don't run out and spend all your money. Go and do some, do a little research. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do a lot of research, but go and look at some of the opportunities that are out there. And family, remember, you could do what's called micro investing right now, right? Because we talked about wealth. Part of the issue is passing on wealth and teaching our children how to handle money so that they won't go out and get a $24 million diamond. You know what I'm saying? Even if they can't afford it. So you could do micro investing through your Cash App. There are things where, see, and like I said, now if you are going to do swing trading or day trading, do not use the Cash App or Robinhood, because what they have shown you is that when you do want to make a quick move, you can't. So you need to go on and up it a little bit. All right. But we're gonna have somebody on. We're gonna have somebody trained in Gianni so that we can have somebody come on and talk about some investing. And I think we're gonna take a real life walk in investing and doing the day trade type thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make a certain amount of money per day. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do it as a group. So y'all get ready for it. Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely form an investment group. Those are very good. We definitely have to make sure that we get the expertise involved,
exactly,
so that we do it right. And we do it in, and we're compliant in terms of, any type of financial investment advisor rules, laws, and be careful and make sure we vet very carefully, who we're involved with,
Right.
Unfortunately, some brothers and sisters have allowed themselves to get caught up. In the behavior of the oppressor.
Right.
And they have actually swindled people. I watch American Greed every week.
She said American Greed every week.
That's one of my shows. And the one last week was about a sister who had managed to get herself in with the professional athlete crowd, and she was stealing money from these professional athletes, and she was promising them building generational wealth.
Right.
And that, and was going to be a financial advisor and financial manager for some of them. She got people like Dennis Rodman.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. He friended Dennis Rodman, and a pretty black woman, and had gotten their day. Claimed she had a Harvard law degree and an MBA and all this stuff. None of it was true.
Yeah.
But they looking like, okay, here's a black woman, and she's saying things like building black generational wealth.
Right.
Protecting their assets and their money and growing it as they're coming to the end of their career and stuff like that. Do you know how many millions of dollars she ripped off from these assets?
How much?
I forget the numbers. I was so disgusted by that. I was so mad.
And she using the key talking points, and she messed it up for the next person that probably would be real.
Right. That would be real, and it would be about the right thing, and would actually try to help. So, I'm just saying, I fully want to participate, absolutely. But I want us to make sure that we're dealing with the right people, or persons. And we're not, and we're protecting, our people, because, some people, like some of these athletes that were at the end of their careers
are broke.
They ain't have an opportunity to sign another big contract and get that money back. Their houses were foreclosed upon. They lost their cars. Their rent was unpaid. Their children were homeless. Are you freaking kidding me, black woman?
Now, one of the things that we're doing is there was we're looking at certain we're going to send somebody to be trained on how to do this. And I don't know, do you check out Karen Hunter's show at all? Are you
Karen Hunter?
Yes.
Who's she?
Karen Hunter is
Karen? Did you say Karen?
Karen Hunter is not a white girl.
Karen Hunter.
But she's not a white girl, because she get upset when people be like call it. But anyway,
is she a Karen?
you don't you got to say the whole name. But
I know black women named Karen. I don't know. I grew up with one, and I mean, white Karens are kind of new to me. I mean, I grew up with black Karens, so.
But Miss Hunter's show is the berm. Like she does.
Is it on Facebook?
It's on. You catch it. It's on. I think it's on Sirius. FM.
I don't have to.
But
So like a podcast.
She posts constantly on YouTube. So she putting her show constantly on YouTube. So you could look up Karen Hunter's show. And
so what is she, like a financial advisor?
No. Karen is she just does a show. What she's trying to build, like right now, she got this weekly course with she got a course with Carr, a history Carr. She got Greg Carr come on once a week on the show doing history lesson. I mean her show is the bomb. She has a lot of good people on it. So she wanted to raise money for one of her her goal is to get young people involved in journalism, and she wants to build her own piece so that she don't have to be dependent. She like us. She it's like boom. Yeah, I've been in this shit long enough. I got a little bit of money. Let's go on and do something. So she's reaching out to all these black folks, which she has been doing for a while. If you look at her shows over the history, and having conversations with them. So this sister came on by the name, her last name is Ijiomi or something like that. And she was a stock person. So Karen Hunter on her show basically gave her a certain amount of money to start with. And this sister said that she was going to raise this money. She was going to turn a little bit of money that Karen gave her into $450,000 for her organization. And lo and behold, this sister got on here and checked in every week and did exactly what she said she was going to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she has an investment program where she teach people how to do this. And I'm like, we got enough people in Giami where we could put money together and get somebody to get this training. And they could and they could help all of us, because the piece is not just for us to invest as a group, but I want to inspire some of the young people and some of us to start on the side being able to let's follow these trades. You know what I'm saying? Because because what she guarantee is, she says she will teach you how, well, basically she has a formula, but the goal is to be able to make enough money in the market per day so that you don't necessarily have to go to the office no more. You don't have to work no more. And she basically, she replaced her income. I'm like, shit, hey, that's a good idea. But hey, that's one.
Yeah, that's true. That's real true.
That's one of the hustles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's one of the things that can actually be done. You know what I'm saying? And we could use it as an organization to raise money for what we want to do, as well as to raise money to live the lifestyles that we want to live as well. You know what I'm saying? And with all the stuff that's going on out here, as far as the internet, these online courses, these online books, being able to get somebody to master the social media realm, to get somebody to be able to master this video editing realm, to get people involved in all the stuff going on with not only with the digital investing, but also this digital currency that's out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I want people to think about this. Maybe 5 years ago, people was at awe and amazed and started investing like crazy in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin hit $10,000. There were young people in our community who already knew about Bitcoin and was getting Bitcoin when it was $100, and someone was getting them when it was $10. But we was totally isolated from our nerds. We need to go and we got to rescue our nerds. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's listening to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I had young people.
Well, and I didn't understand it enough to get involved. I heard of it, but I'm like, well, how does it work? I mean, yeah.
Now, but check this out. So I bought
that's
some.
That's what it is. We need to get that education and be able to tap into those streams of information and people who are,
Right. Well, because it's young people around us, but we're not listening to them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I had a friend. Matter of fact, it's Dentista. Dentista was telling me about Bitcoin years ago. But I was more interested in us having a conversation about Dragon Ball Z rather than talking about the goddamn Bitcoin. I had it backwards. I should have been more interested in the Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Because he was talking about it when it was pennies. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, there are individuals in our community that are into the next big thing. The thing that what we have to do is to start giving them people a voice. Because a lot of times we ignore them because, once again, they don't fit the tradition. They don't dress like the traditional speaker. They're not as flamboyant as the traditional speaker, and and they're not versed in the history, but they down with you. But we ignore what they got to bring. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop that. Because like I said, I bought some Bitcoin when it was, before it hit 10,000. You know what I'm saying? And I was. But it went up 4 times, family. I want you to think about this. Regardless of how much you put in there, if you bought $1 worth of Bitcoin when it was at $10,000 and you just held on and forgot about it, that $1 is now worth 4. So imagine if you had 100, or you had 1,000, or even if you had $10,000 worth of it. You can't name an investment or something that has done that. And I'm not suggesting that you run out and get Bitcoin, family. What I'm saying is, we need to start finding stuff and jumping on it early. You know what I'm saying? And just riding it out. If you can't afford 5 of them, you don't buy one, right? But, for example, with this fractional investment that we are able to do in this day and time, you don't have to invest $1,000 no more. You can invest what you can afford. You know what I'm saying? There are apps where, like, on your Cash App, you could buy $1 worth of Disney. You could buy $1 worth of Amazon. You could buy $1 worth of any of these business. You could buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. And you can do that once a week. You can do that twice. You can do that once every other week. You can do that once a month. But what you're doing is you're building up some wealth that you could transfer to the next generation because you're investing for the long run. And people be like, what if the stock market crashes? If the stock market crash, we all fucked up. So what's the issue?
Well, but it's just like, in any time, be it the Great Depression, be it various recessions, and even 2020, the dip in the economy. Do you know, in every single last one of those, there are people who come out with more money than they went into it with.
Exactly.
So it's being that person that knows and understands what you're supposed to be doing when those times hit. That you're not, because any crisis for one person or group of people or sector of people is a windfall for another person.
That's right.
That's in the right counter position.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? And because we got so much creativity, or maybe, well, let me say, we had at one point in time so much creativity in our community. You know what I'm saying? And this is the issue. We're spending hundreds of thousands, let's say tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, to send our children to these universities. What would happen if, for example, because Clee don't like school, and I'm quite sure he ain't the only one. What would happen if?
I think we bought the big lie. I'm not saying that your kids shouldn't get educated. I'm never going to say that. But you need to be strategic about it. You need to think about it. And everybody does not need a PhD.
Exactly.
And all the debt that goes
all the debt that go with it. All the debt. See,
yeah.
And I don't know whether that's what Cleve is thinking about, but this is the point that I'm trying to make. What if we there's a group of young people who show talents in certain things, and we was to give them a garage or a space where they can go and experiment with their talent? Rather than paying for trying to force them to go to school, what if we spent $30,000 on some computers and some stuff where they could be able to work on that stuff on their own? They had to play.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying? Instead of spending that shit on school, we invested in them. All right, you good at this? Cool. Let's see where you could take it. All right, boom. Here's $10,000. Boom. Here's a garage. Go in that garage. Set up your workspace. Here's an
Yeah,
incubator.
and tap into what it is that they do have an
Exactly.
infinity and interest. Yeah, definitely.
Because
And
that,
to educate is actually to bring
there you
out
go.
what is in you.
There you go.
So yeah, we have to have our children start thinking differently about what it is they want to do and what they want to be,
Right.
and it, to force that track of no, you got to go to college, you got to do this. No, you need to learn how to read, write, spell, teach,
Right.
But let's be honest. A lot of the educational systems across the country have failed our young people.
Man, and then we go into deeper debt to try to get, it's crazy.
But the problem I have with that though is that's just it. We need to take control of educating our children, because it shouldn't be that those fourth graders, that report that came out a couple years ago about Columbus schools, those fourth graders couldn't read. But our problem is, why didn't you know your fourth grader couldn't read? You, the parent. How is it that your fourth grader couldn't read and you didn't know that? I'm sorry. I mean, I remember back 3-4 years old, sitting on my mom's lap and she reading books to me, and then her saying, "Now you read it to me." I read to my daughter every day. Why would you? And then when she got to a certain age, she had to read to me. In Westerville City Schools, they sent home a book in a Ziploc bag with your kid every day, and there was a log in there. It was called The Book in the Bag. And you had to initial each day on that log to say that your child read that book to you that night. Now, why wouldn't it be of interest to you to have your child read that book to you? I don't know. But, I mean, there might have been some parents that initially didn't, kid never read the book. I don't know. But, they have a 95% plus graduation rate in Westerville City Schools. If your kid does not at least graduate from high school, bare minimum, and with an education, I'm sorry, I wanted to know, did you have homework every day? Well, I looked at the homework after she completed it. I checked it. I'd say, I don't think that's right. And the things that I couldn't help her with, I think I've shared this before. That's how I met Sister Alona. I was looking for someone to help my daughter with math, because that's not my strong suit. But I wanted a Black person to help my child. And I made the right pick, because the first thing, we met Sister Alona in the library, and the first thing she talked to my daughter about was that we invented this. This is our stuff. Put your head up. You can do this. And my daughter did great in math after that.
But hey,
so we've got to be engaged and invested in our own children's education.
100%.
I'm looking at these parents, and I'm sorry, I don't have no sympathy for you. If you're sitting there saying, "Oh, my child can't read," well, so you're telling me that you're one of those kids that basically parents using you to use school as babysitting.
Yeah.
And you just glad the kids out the house and out your head.
Right.
And you take absolutely no interest in it whatsoever.
I just want them out my hair. That's it. Can I get them out my hair?
Yeah. So
when school's starting, I need. I get that. I get that. When's school coming back? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But like I said, but then we want to force them into, because this is one of the reasons I'm not an athletic parent, because I never want to get caught up in trying to force one of my kids to do what I wasn't able to do. As far as, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happens with some of our parents as far as college. I didn't get a chance to go to college, so I'm going to make it. I'm going to make you go to college. I'm going to make you go and get that debt.
And a lot of those parents that have athletes, they allow those people to push their kids through and them not even receiving education.
Right.
Because if you're a star athlete, I know back when we were in school, my brother played football, he played basketball, he ran track. Okay, he was one of those athletes. But guess what? My brother graduated with barely a D average because he was an athlete. But why did he get to play all those years? Because you weren't going to be the teacher that put, at least a C on his little weekly sheet to say he can play.
Right.
You weren't going to be that teacher. Because,
And
you
when
know,
we
he was on the relay, he was on the 4x4 relay team that made it to the state track meet.
where
You going to be the teacher that means he couldn't go?
where was you? Where you Youngstown, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they football
Yeah.
up north. Football is a very
Football, track. You know, when they were making it to the state track meet, my brother did not get an education. I'm sorry, he did not. But he got a diploma. He got a diploma.
Brother Kwame said,
But-
"Need that hook." I hated history, but through my love of language and math, I learned all kinds of history that I would not have otherwise been interested in. So what he talking about is, there's a proverb that says, young people need a lure to mastery.
Mm-hmm.
They say they need a lure. You know what I'm saying? What is the lure? What are we using the lure? And oftentimes we think that is all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our kids go to college because they're supposed to be able to make money from the jobs that they get from college, but they're not actually pursuing what it is that they love. Because in many cases, they have been, once again, they have been shamed into capitalism. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
But there is no reason why you can't make money doing what you love.
But in the black,
that's what we've got to tap into that creativity,
right,
and figure that out. What is it that you,
and that's something that we're supposed to be able to help
do?
our children with. But most of us don't. Most of us can't because it didn't happen for us like that. So it got to happen for you, just like it happened for me. You understand what I'm saying? So we get stuck. We get stuck in a useless tradition. You know what I'm saying? You like music. You like music. So there's no other way. You can't make no money with music. I mean, many of us have grown up and watched people get their dreams totally destroyed by those that love them. Because I love you so much, I don't want you to pursue this foolishness. Like,
yeah, I want you to take the safe route.
I want you to take the safe route. Hell with your happiness. You could be happy later. Hell with your happiness. Right. Or never. Happy. I ain't been happy for 50 years. I haven't been happy.
So why you gonna be happy?
Why should you be happy?
If I ain't happy.
Right. Make no sense. But sis, I gotta get up. I'm about to go and eat me some chili. But it was good talking to you. All right, family.
Always.
I want to thank y'all for joining us. And of course, y'all know we are out. Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. And make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, and let's build together.
Habaragani, Bombskin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bombskin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, midsize sedan, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Gin. Madeline Gin is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I'm a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times, I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For Election Day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
own women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack?